Hi, I'm Tanya, and welcome to Faithful Flow. This is my boy Wyatt, asleep right now in the corner. We're going to stay pretty low to the ground for class today. So we're going to start on our back. We'll go through and do a kneeling and seated sequence. We'll do a couple of prone back bends, so locust pose, and then we'll flip over and end class on our back. As far as props, you shouldn't really need anything, but we do have some things on our knees. So if you do have sensitive knees and you'd like to use like a blanket underneath you for some extra padding, you're welcome to use that. Otherwise, you can join me on my back, or on your back rather. You can have your legs bent. We're going to start it in what's called constructive rest. So feet can come a little wider than hips width apart, maybe even as wide as the mat if that's comfortable. And then turn your toes towards each other just a little bit. And as you do, allow your knees to knock together. Let's bring one hand to our belly and one hand towards our ribs. And just exhale everything out. Take a deep breath in, fill up through the belly, the ribs, the upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, belly, and ribs. Inhale, filling up belly, ribs, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, ribs, and belly. Once more like that. Inhale, fill up belly, ribs, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, ribs, and belly. You can continue to breathe like that. Stay where you're at. I'm going to sit up and read a scripture to us, but continue to stay in this constructive rest and just breathe intentionally. We're reading out of Psalm chapter 57, verses 7 through 11. My heart is confident, God. My heart is confident. I will sing praises. Wake up, my soul. Wake up, harp and lyre. I will wake up the dawn. I will praise you, Lord, among the peoples. I will sing praises to you among the nations. For your faithful love is as high as the heavens. Your faithfulness reaches the clouds. God, be exalted above the heavens. Let your glory be over the whole earth. And if you'd like a breath prayer with your inhales, my heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. Inhale, my heart is confident, God. Exhale, for your steadfast love is great. Once more, inhale, my heart is confident, God. Exhale, for your steadfast love is great. From there, you can open your eyes if you close them. You can reach your arms and draw your knees in towards your chest. Give them a big hug. Inhale, you're going to expand long on the mat. Arms and legs hovered, maybe even hover the chest or the shoulders. Exhale, big tuck. Inhale, big stretch. Exhale, big tuck. Inhale, my heart is confident, God. Exhale, for your steadfast love is great. Once more, inhale. And exhale, hug. Good job. Release the shoulders back down on the mat. Let's flex the feet and find a happy baby. So knees can come wide outside the shoulders and then draw them down towards the ground. You can use your hands to grab your feet or your ankles or even your knee pits, whatever you'd like to. And if you'd like to rock a little side to side, sometimes that feels good on the lower back. You're welcome to do that. Inhaling. And exhaling. Again, inhale. And exhale. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. From there, you can draw the knees in, give them a little squeeze, and then rock and roll all the way up and over and come onto your hands and knees for a tabletop pose. So hands line up essentially underneath the shoulders, Knees are under the hips. Knees can be about hips width apart. We're going to find a bird dog. So left leg's going to come long behind you. Now check in with your core here, like the belly lifted, the core really engaged. So think like you've got a corset on that's drawing everything in. We'll point the left toes and then extend the right arm out in front of us. Get steady here. Pause. Try to let the only thing that's moving in your body be your breath. From here, find a little more length between your toes and your fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, tap knee to elbow under the body. Inhale, find the length. Exhale, tap. Again, inhale, length. Exhale, tap. This time, inhale, lengthen, we'll stay. You have the option to stay here, or you can bend the back leg, reach for the ankle. If you find it, kick it up towards the ceiling. Allow that to open your chest. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly release back into this bird dog. Left leg's going to stay in the air, but right hand comes back down towards the ground. From here, left leg's going to come up and tap this left elbow. And then it's going to cross behind the right leg and tap the ground. Cross over and tap. Cross behind the leg. Cross up and tap the arm once more. And then we're going to tap the ground behind the leg. This time, knees going to come down to the ground. We're going to separate the feet nice and wide and send our hips back, finding a cow face pose. So for cow face, you've got the knees stacked, feet are flexed, feet are out on opposite sides of the body. Now, if this is a little too tight for you, you're just going to extend this bottom leg. So it's going to be the left leg long, and then you can cross the right leg up on top of it. So either half cow face or full cow face. And then we're going to add a lean and a twist. So start with getting nice and tall. Crawl the right hand out to the side. Left arm's going to sweep up. Inhale. Exhale, lean over to the right. Breathing here. My heart is confident, for your steadfast love is great. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. One more breath. And come back through to center. And then we're going to add a twist. So grow tall, twist to the right. So left hand can cross over the outside of the right. Right hand can crawl gently behind you. Twist through the ribs, and then the shoulders, and then the head. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Once more in. Maybe with this final exhale, a little more twist. And then unwind back to center. From here, we're going to uncross the legs, feet to the ground. Hands come behind you. Fingertips can be facing the toes. If that's a little too much strain on the wrist, you can also do the fingertips away from you. It's okay to break the rules. And we're going to find a reverse tabletop. So press into the ground and the hands. Lift your hips. Extend your head so that it's in line with your spine. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. Release the hips back to the ground. And then we're just going to make our way back to that tabletop. So cross the ankles, come onto your hands, hands and knees to the ground, toes on the ground behind you. Engage the door, engage the core. Let's take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Other side. So right leg long behind you. Lift up, spine is nice and long, full body core engagement, and then extend the left arm out in front of you. Get really stable here first. Pause. Let your body be still. Let your breath be moving. Point your toe if you haven't already. Find a little more length, fingertips to toes. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, tap knee to elbow underneath you. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, tap. Once more, inhale. Exhale, tap. Inhale, return to this length. Stay here or bend the back knee, reach back, find that ankle or foot, and then begin to kick that up towards the ceiling, letting that lift you through your shoulder, opening the chest. My heart is confident, for your steadfast love is great. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. Last breath here. Slowly releasing this back to a bird dog. Left hand can touch the ground. Right leg's going to stay lifted. We're going to tap right knee towards right arm and then cross it behind, tap the ground. Twice more. Tap the arm, cross behind and tap the ground. Once more, come forward, tap the arm, cross it behind you, tap the ground. And then that right knee is going to come to the ground behind the left leg. You're going to separate the feet and make room for you to sit back. Find your cow face pose. So this time, the left leg is on top. Stay here. If you don't like the full cow face, you can extend this base leg. So the right leg this time out in front of you. If you're doing that, flex the foot. Wherever you're at, sit up nice and tall. Stay here, or you can add the lean. This time, the left hand crawls out to the side, right arm sweeps up. Keep both hips on the ground as you lengthen the spine to create space for you to move and lean to the left. Inhale and exhale. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. One more breath. Come back through center, and then we're going to twist. So grow tall, twist to the left, right hand on the outside of this left leg. Inhale, exhale, rotating through the ribs, the shoulders, and the head. So in this psalm, David is praising God. And he's reminding himself that his confidence comes from the Lord, not from him. So he wrote this psalm, we think, when he was hiding in the caves from Saul. So it was a time when his life was at risk and he wasn't sure what the future held. And I'm sure he was afraid. But he knew that he had reason to praise God and to rejoice because God had proven over and over how faithful and how steadfast his love is. And so David's confidence is not in what was going on in his life, not in his circumstances, but in who God is. Unwind back through the center. We're going to extend our legs forward. We've got that opportunity for that reverse tabletop. So again, fingertips forward or behind you if you have sensitive wrists like I do. And you can stay here, or if you'd like to extend your legs this time, you can. I like to do this with a pointed foot. So pointed through the foot, but toes are lifted up. And then really think about squeezing the legs towards each other, engaging the kneecap. So they're drawing the knees up towards the hips. Keep all that engagement as you lift your hips up towards the sky. Head can stay in line with spine or fall back a little bit. We'll be here for 3, 2, 1, release the hips back down, and then we're just going to roll over and find our belly this time. So you can come through your hands and knees again. If you'd like to, step back for a plank pose, press the ground away, and then slowly for a 3 count, lower to your belly, lower down for 3, 2, 1. Once you're there, release the toes. We're going to take a couple of locusts. So this first one, our hand's going to stay on the ground. Roll those shoulders up and around and back. Point the elbows long behind you. Wag the tail a little bit so the lower back is released. Let's lift the right leg, lengthen it, set it back down. Lift the left leg, lengthen it, and set it back down. Now, keeping all that length, you're going to lift your belly button up like you're trying to make a bowl with your belly on the ground. Use the muscles in your back to lift your chest. Lift your legs. Check your balance here. All the work should be done in your lower back. The hands are just here for support this first time. See if we can lift them up. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. And release back down. Favorite cheek on the mat. Take a breath. Let it go. Come back through to center. We've got 2 more. We've got an option for a bind this time. So if you'd like to, hands can interlace behind you. Just notice which thumb is on top. For me, it's right. It can be either one because we're going to do both. Same thing. Roll the shoulders up and back. Lift up the belly so core's nice and engaged. Float the chest. Float the legs. Breathing here. Find a little more length and then a little more lift. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. Release back down. Release the arms. Other cheek on the mat. Take 1 breath. Inhale. And exhale. Bring that chin or forehead back down to the mat. Interlace your hands this time. Other thumb on top. Lift. Open the shoulders. Lift the hands up off the bum. Lift the belly to engage the core. That helps to lengthen the spine first. And then lift up. Lift the chest. Lift the legs. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly release. This time let's release the hands, bring them forward, and then stack your head on top of those hands. Bend the knees, and you can allow the feet to fall from side to side and side to side. Once more. From here, release the legs to the ground. We're just going to roll over where we're at, make our way onto our back. And kind of stay low and just scooch around. We'll end on our back with both of our legs bent and our feet on the ground. We're going to draw the right leg into our chest. You can interlace your hands along the backside of the hamstring here. Start with a bent leg and then begin to straighten it up towards the ceiling. And then bend it again and straighten it. And as you're bending, think about using your hamstring to draw this leg in. So it's really active along the whole backside of the leg. We'll do 1 more bend and then we'll straighten and we'll stay straight. So you can stay here with your hand around the hamstring. You can begin to walk it up the leg. If you'd like to, you can also just use one hand, your first 2 fingers to lasso around this big toe. Stay here. If it feels comfortable, begin to extend this left leg long on the ground. Begin to floint this right foot. So that's that pointed foot with the flexed toes. That's going to help to activate both sides of this leg while we're in this stretch. Being here for 3, 2, 1. If your leg is bent, you're welcome to leave it bent with the foot on the floor. If it's long, let's bring our left hand to the left hip. Apply a very gentle little pressure there to help counterbalance as we allow this right leg to open to the right for the groin stretch. Inhale. And exhale. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. 1 more breath. Bring that right leg up through center. You're going to release the leg, cross the body. If your left leg is still bent, go ahead and extend it now. We're going to take this into a supine twist. So right leg comes all the way across the body. Left leg stays long. You can kind of stack the hips a little bit. But then make sure that this hip isn't crunched in towards the ribs. So think about sending it away from the ribs. So creating some space here. Arms can come to a T. Maybe pick the head up and head can spin to look to the right. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Last breath in. And out. Coming back through center. Bring the leg back up. Let's put both feet on the ground. Lift the hips, straighten out the spine, and then come back onto the back. All right, this time right foot stays on the ground. Left leg can draw in towards the chest. You can interlace the hands around the back of the hamstring, flex the foot, and then extend this left leg long, and then draw it in. And straighten. And remember, we're making these bends really active. So trying to use the hamstring to help guide the foot down in towards the hips. You've got 2 left with a bend and straighten. And again, bend. And this time we'll stay straight for a few breaths. You can begin to walk the hands up the back of the leg, any amount. You can stay there or just lasso the big toe if you'd like. Again, option, the right leg can stay bent with the foot on the ground, or you can extend it long. Maybe right hand to the right hip. Inhale and exhale. You can begin to floint this left foot just to activate both sides. So pointed foot with flexed toes. The right leg, if it's on the ground, is nice and firm. Foot is flexed like you'd be standing on it. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. Begin to open this left leg to the side. If your right leg is straight, right hand can apply some gentle pressure to this right hip, kind of help with the counterbalance. If your right leg is bent, then just leave it where it is. Your knee can lock open to the side a little bit. Inhale and exhale. My heart is confident, God, for your steadfast love is great. Last breath. Bring that left leg back up through center. You can begin to bend it. If your right leg's been bent, go ahead and straighten it and put it on the floor. And then we're going to take this left leg all the way across the body. Once you're there, you can kind of stack the hips and then make sure you've got that space. So this left hip isn't crunching up. It's nice and long and open. Arms to the side. Pick your head up and turn and look to the left. Inhaling. And exhaling. And again, inhale. And exhale. Last breath here. From there, begin to unwind. Both feet to the ground. Lift the hips, straighten out the spine. And then from here, extend the legs. Make your way into your final rest. Tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Make sure you're nice and supported. Arms nice and wide. Let's take a really big full breath in. Inhale. Get almost uncomfortably full. And then exhale nice and slowly. Releasing everything onto the mat. Inhale, full breath in all the way up. Exhale, release nice and slowly. From there, just a regular soothing breathing pattern. Nice, slow, controlled inhales and exhales. And just scan your body quickly. Notice if you have any areas of tension. If you do, just think about intentionally releasing there. Try to make your body as soft and as still as possible. Stay where you're at. I'm going to sit up and read our scripture once more. Psalm 57, verses 7 through 11. This time I'm going to read out of the Living Bible, so a different translation. O God, my heart is quiet and confident. No wonder I can sing your praises. Rouse yourself, my soul. Arise, O harp and lyre. Let us greet the dawn with song. I will thank you publicly throughout the land. I will sing your praises among the nations. Your kindness and love are as vast as the heavens. Your faithfulness is higher than the skies. Yes, be exalted, O God, above the heavens. May your glory shine throughout the earth. With that, we can take one final breath together here. Inhale and exhale. Begin to bring some movement back to your fingers and your toes. You can wiggle them a little bit. Maybe take a good morning stretch, arms overhead, legs nice and long, and stretch. And then roll onto either side and press your way up to a comfortable seat. All right, thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that it helped to lift your heart and lift your spirit, and that it felt good for your body as well. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You can share this video with someone who might benefit from it, and I hope to see you again soon. Grace and peace. Bye.